I have no idea where this obsession with locking in came from.
I can't hang out, I'm locking in. I'm gonna lock in now.
And then proceed to do 15 minutes of work and then doom scroll for the rest of the day. I have no idea what you're locking into, but apparently that's what locking in is now. And if I hear it one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind, to be quite honest with you. And this is coming from someone who went into this whole online space during the Eman Gadji, monk mode, SMMA stuff. I had a social media marketing agency. I've been there. And even I am getting tired of all of this stuff. And I'll tell you why. What are people even locking into? What's the motivation behind locking in? Is it just because you saw someone online making $150,000 a month and you're like, yeah, I need to do that? Or do you have a genuine reason behind why you're doing it? First and foremost, I want to say that I've wanted to do this video for a long time, but Malik Peace came out with one of the greatest video essays I've ever seen on YouTube, and that kind of slowed me down because I didn't want to make it right after, didn't want to copy him. But amazing video, definitely recommend you watching that. But if there's one thing I've learned over my almost 3 years of making content now, it's that you need a reason why. I've posted almost 400 times. I've never had an exactly what you could call viral video. I've had a couple hit 50,000 views, one 70,000, but like nothing viral by any means. But I'm not going to give up. Never will. Because I know there's a bigger purpose behind it. I know there's a deeper reason, and I know that eventually it's all going to work out. But this locking in stuff, there is no reason. When was the last time you really sat down and just thought about your future? About what you want to get out of your life? Family, few kids, comfortable job? Or do you actually want to build your own business, get rich from that, and then live a leisurely life? We can't. There's no opportunity to just sit down and think. There's always something there that's going to fill up our eyes and our ears and just fill our senses. You need to tune it out. That's the only way you can really lock in. Locking in shouldn't mean that I'm going to get 15 minutes of focused work done and then call it a day. Locking in means working with a sense of purpose for an arbitrary amount of time that you can decide. But when you're locked in, you don't need to tell anybody that you're locked in. You'll know it and they'll know it because you're chasing something deeper. So I'd say locking in is kind of a scam because you don't need to lock in. You need a purpose. You need a why. For my videos, I want to make Christian values, Catholic values, a normality again in the world. I think another thing people are lacking is faith. People are forgetting that life is bigger than the next watch. Life is bigger than another bag. Life is bigger than another suit, even though those things are great to have. And I can't say I'm any better than that. I enjoy all these things as well. But that's not the purpose of life. Getting rich isn't just to own things. Maybe you want to get rich because you want to build a company that's going to help people, or because you want to start a fund. But people are lacking faith and forgetting that there is something outside of this life. Another reason that locking in is kind of a scam I've noticed is that people aren't willing to take the time that it takes to lock in. They think that it's a sprint. They think that locking in is a couple days. But I'll assure you, if you can wake up at 5 a.m. for 6 straight months, you've already beat 99% of the people. Because locking in, somebody can wake up at 5 a.m. once and go on a run, do an ice bath, journal, all these things. And then what? They're not going to do the same thing the next day. It's all a trend. Locking in shouldn't be a trend. It should be a lifestyle. I can't say this from a high and mighty place. I can't do those things. I'm going to try, but I can't do them consistently. But the whole point is, are you willing to outlast everyone else? That is locking in. When somebody gives up on something else, are you willing to continue? Because real locking in, I feel, is easiest when you have accountability, when you have someone doing it with you, when you have someone who's going to keep you accountable. So I'll tell you, it's a lot easier to sleep in when there's not somebody waiting for you at the gym already at 5:30 in the morning. So locking in isn't supposed to be a trend. It's your entire life when you have purpose. So find your purpose. Tune everything out. Turn off your phone for an hour. I know it's scary. What if you get a call? Probably will. Tell them you're locked in. For the first time, you're actually locked in. Think, what do you want out of your life? What are your end goals? And where can you put faith into them? How can you mix faith into your personal life, into your work life? When you put God at the center of your life and mix him into your life's purpose, that's when you can really lock in. Because it's not motivation. You have a reason as to why you're doing it. And it won't be hard to get up at 5 a.m. It won't be hard to work diligently for more than 15 minutes. So turn everything off. Open up a journal, grab a pen, and write down what do you want out of your life and how are you going to get there. Start from the top and work your way down to the things you need to do to get there. And I promise you that locking in is going to get a whole lot easier, and that your definition of locking in won't be everyone else's definition of locking in. When 99% of people are going this way, choose to be the 1% that goes that way. God bless.